Yes, it started.
Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to this webinar. So, as mentioned in the mail, we are going to discuss some basic concepts starting with from generative AI and then all the way to the agentic AI, and then probably we also deep dive into one of the very simple no code demo to set up workflow automation as using agentic AI. So let's get started. Uh, Let me share my screen. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
Great. So we all have heard about these terms in the past, from generative AI all the way to the agentic AI. How modern AI has moved from content creation to the entirely autonomous action and autonomous workflow. And this is what we are going to cover precisely in this particular webinar. So right around 2022, the first GPT model came, and then towards 2023 and 2024, we all have started using ChatGPT 2 and ChatGPT 3, mostly to create content that includes writing your thesis, writing codes, writing articles, designing a system, or whatnot. But over the years, especially during the last 1.5 year, the things have changed. Now people are not just limiting themselves to uh, writing and generating text and codes. They also they are actually moving towards creating a self-sufficient system, a system that can do the planning, that can take the decision, and based on the decision, that can also actually do the actions and not just gives out the responses. And that is what this webinar talks about, the agentic systems that have come into play, and not limiting to generative AI, right? However, we have seen that till now the terms like agent and agentic AI are used loosely and uh, are often confused with generative AI, chat GPT, and large language models. So we first try to make sure, we first try to understand the difference between these terms so that we are aligned, like what constitutes what. So this is what we are going to cover quickly before the demo. We have a hands-on demo planned at the very end where we will try to basically automate a business workflow that is required for almost all the businesses. So before that, just we want to highlight and cover the few basic concepts. So the first thing that we want to cover is the difference between the generative AI, the AI agents, and the agentic AI. And then, so when we are covering this difference, I'm going to cover this with the help of a real life analogy so that we can understand and appreciate the difference better. And then in the end, towards the end, we'll formally define what agentic AI means. So the analogy or business use case that I have taken is it's of a flight booking, which we all have been accustomed to, or we have outlined in the past. So when we book a flight, we need to decide on let's say below parameters. Like we need to decide on which day we want to book the flights, which flight we want to book, if required, which hotel we want to book, and then if we are going for a meeting, we need to prepare the deck for the meeting and schedule the required meetings, right? And also if given we are going for a business purpose, we might want to claim the expenses, right? Generate invoice, so on and so forth. So this is the entire case scenario, right? So if we want to do this with the help of generative AI, so generative AI is like the creator. So if we push this problem statement inside a generative AI like a chat GPT or a Gemini, which are nothing but generative AI tools, it will draft an email. It will give you the steps to book these flights. It can give you the steps to prepare this deck, right? And it can also give you the steps to claim the expenses if your chat GPT is connected with the internally with your organization. So it will, but at the end it will only basically form the replies. It will only create the content. It is you who has to send the mail, who has to book the flight. It will not take any action. So generative AI at a larger term is nothing but the creator. Now, when it comes to AI agents are the ones that actually does the work. So in this particular instance, and if you ask the same thing instead of a chat GPT to an AI agent to book the flights from Bangalore to Mumbai next Monday, the AI agent, the travel agent that whom you will query, will not only just will first search the flight, apply your required routes, that is your source and destination, apply the required date setting, apply the required time, and actually give you the final booking. Right. So unlike a chat GPT or a generative AI, an AI agent like a travel bot can actually go and book flights on your behalf, send the emails on your behalf. So that's why AI agents are not just the creators, but the doers. On the other hand, and this is how the evolution has taken place. So this is the level one, where we were starting with generating content. Then we moved to the level two, when we started doing the things rather than just generating the content. And today we are at level three, which is not the AI agents, but the agentic AI, the orchestrator as it is called. So in our case, it will not only just book the flights, it will promptly or preactively read your calendar and coordinate with the clients to book the meetings for you. It will find the best booking, travel, and accommodation details. It will draft the presentation deck for you and update your schedule, and also autonomously plan your flights and meetings if there is a schedule mismatch, or if there is a delay in the flight, or there is or if the booking is not accepted by the hotel. So this is what the current era has come to, which is the agentic AI era, where the agentic AI not only it has not where AI agents which were just doing a particular task, agentic AI can orchestrate all multiple tasks all by themselves, starting from uh, reading the calendars, booking the schedules, booking itinerary, drafting the deck, planning or repurposing the flights or the meetings if there is a conflict. So this is the journey that I want to that we have highlighted or seen in the previous slide, and this is what the difference is between a generative AI, an AI agent, and agentic AI. So this is what I wanted to first clear it out. So when I say generative AI, it's the creator that includes your Chat GPT or Gemini, that or for that matter Siri, which we use to ask questions and generate content. AI agent, on the other hand, is a doer that can give not only just create the content but can perform the task like booking your flight tickets, tasks like sending emails, so on and so forth. And an AI agent is the next level of evolution, which can do multiple things, not a single task. You just give the end goal, the business goal, which is to go for a business meeting from Bangalore to Mumbai, and it will orchestrate all the relative subtasks, including flight booking, hotel booking, preparation of that, on and so. So I'll take a pause here, and I'll open it for the discussion. Anything that we want, any confusion or any questions that we have regarding generative AI agent or agentic AI, and what is the difference between them?
Yeah, Shikhar, I wanted if you can give one example of AI agent and agentic AI.
Sure. So an AI agent, it's so an agentic AI agent is like GitHub, a co-pilot if you have used. For that matter, for people who are well versed, like who are in IT, they might have been using co-pilots, and people who are on Edge browser, they also see a co-pilot option, right? So when the co-pilot is something like an AI agent, so if you enter flight booking, the co-pilot will find the relevant flight, and it will also take you to the portal like Indigo portal or Make My Trip portal, where you can just have to do the payment. So that's an AI agent. On the other hand, an agentic AI workflow, a typical example would be is what we are covering at the end of the demo, where you know, where we will see that when you send a mail, we can automatically read the email, understand the text, what is there in the email, and based on that, can automatically frame the reply to the user. So that is what we are going to see at the end of the demo.
So you mean to say agentic AI? if we give a goal to them, a goal to the agentic AI, it will create the workflow by itself.
Yes, if we give the goal and create the architecture for the agentic AI, it will execute the entire workflow by themselves. So if you are, for the example, like generative AI example is ChatGPT, AI agent example is your Copilot that comes with the Edge browser. And an agentic AI is what we are going to see, where we are going to give a business goal and it will orchestrate the entire workflow on its own.
Got it.
Any other questions?
Nothing
Anything?
from my
Yes.
side.
Cool.
Hello.
So, yeah,
Yeah, hi, Alok this side.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have a little psychological roadblock regarding agentic AI.
Yeah.
How much of a technical mindset is required? Because I am a non-technical background
Mhm.
person, and would it require a basic technical know-how before agentic AI is put into action?
So this is so we have specifically kept this webinar keeping people keeping business goal in mind. So when we are going to create an agentic AI towards the end of this webinar, then you will
Yeah.
see that you don't require any technical know-how apart from just just some very basic knowledge of Gmail and other basic knowledge of ChatGPT that we use.
Okay.
The only basic knowledge you require to create a fully functional agentic AI orchestration using no code methods.
All right. And one last question. Uh,
Yeah.
is is agentic AI is agentic AI same as AI agents, or are they two different things?
Yeah, these are two different things. That is what I wanted to highlight here. So, agent AI agents. So, when in the roadmap of evolution, first came the generative AI, like the Chat GPT. Right?
Yeah,
When
yeah,
you
yeah.
query the Chat GPT, they will give you an answer. But let's say
Okay.
they will give you an answer. They will give you steps to book the flight from Bangalore and Mumbai, but they won't book it for you. Right?
All right.
Then the
Okay.
next level of evolution came was AI agents, which can actually go ahead and open your clear make my trip app and can select the flights given the input like Mumbai or Bangalore to Mumbai. Right. So they are the doers. They don't only generate the steps to book the flight; they can actually book the flight. So this is the
Okay.
second level of evolution that came. And then the final, the level three, as you can see, is the current level of evolution that has come, which is agentic AI, not the AI agent. So agentic AI can orchestrate the entire workflow. So in our analogy, let's say if you're traveling from
Yeah.
Bangalore to Mumbai, you have to tell the business goal. Your business goal is a business meeting that is for which you are traveling from Mumbai to Bangalore, and the agentic AI will book the flights, will book the stay, will create the draft deck, will send the invite to the stakeholders, will manage your bookings if there is a delay in flight schedule or there's a change of there's a the booking is not accepted by the hotel. So it's like an assistant. So it's like you have a assistant who does the entire work for you. So this that is what the power of agentic AI. It can orchestrate the entire workflows from end to end, and not just very specific actions like booking of flights, which is done by an AI agent.
Okay, but I have a very layman question in my mind, if you allow me.
Sure.
We are talking about giving, complete control and access to agentic AI. What if it goes rogue? What if it, misbehaves, goes corrupt, and it might mess
So
up?
right, right, right. You are right, absolutely right. So it can mess up. Let's say if you have given the while booking the flights, it will might require access to your credit cards,
Yeah.
and that is a PI, that is a very sensitive data. So for that, there are a lot of authentication and guardrails that are known as guardrails in general language, as you know. It helps to prevent or guard your safe. It's like a safety net that helps to prevent or guard your belongings, right? So
Hmm.
similarly, you can put guardrails inside an agentic AI that will prevent them from accessing unauthorized data. So, for example, in your case, it will be the your four-digit AT credit card bit. So, while booking the flight at the end, it will stop and wait for you to manually enter that bit. Something like that.
Okay. 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 Great. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
my question. what do you think is the biggest difference between an AI agent and chatbot like ChatGPT?
Chatbot like ChatGPT, like if you ask them to book a flight, they will give you a link of Indigo, and they will give you the steps to how to book a flight. If you can try it right now. You can just prompt ChatGPT, book a flight from Bangalore to whatever, or from any other location. They will give you a link, and they will also give you the steps, but they will not going to book the flight. On the other hand, AI agent can actually do the action, that is actually book the flight and generate the tickets, or they can actually send the email. Let's say if you ask ChatGPT to frame the email, they can frame the email. Then you have to copy and paste that email into your Gmail and send it, right? But an AI agent can get the access to your Gmail and actually send the email, so you don't have to do the copy paste and from ChatGPT to your email Gmail. So they
Okay.
are the doers. They can actually do the actions.
Okay. Sure, sir. Got it. Thanks.
Any other questions? Anyone else? Okay, then let's move on. So this is like if you have to formally a formal definition, if you have to put around an agentic AI. So agentic AI helps authorize. Agentic AI is like a workflow orchestration tools that not only can take certain decisions but also actions on behalf of you or your organizations. So it's like your assistant that you have authorized to take actions and decision on your behalf. That is what an agentic AI is in simple business languages. I have given some associated, uh, terminology that I often use with agentic AI, like the memory, the planning, tool usage, and feedback loops. So that's for advanced users. But at our end, we should know what agentic AI is and how they are different from AI agent and generative AI. Right. So the key takeaway from what we have discussed so far was how the evolution has taken place from generative AI to AI agents to the agentic AI and how they are different. Generative AI was content creator, AI agents were the doer, and agentic AI can orchestrate your entire business goal or workflows. Right? So this is the shift that we wanted to discuss. Now I'll promptly switch to a demo. So just now. So, as people have, as someone has already called out that how can we create no code people who have not, who don't have sufficient technical background, how can they create an agentic or orchestrate an agentic workflow from scratch, right? So that's what we are going to discuss. So there are a lot of tools that are available in the market. One such tool is NetA. There is Maker, there is the popular tool that is called Xavier, right? The reason I have chosen NetA is that it provides you 14 days of, it's a free tool up to 14 days. So you don't have to actually pay for first 14 days in order to try this tool. And it does not have a limit in the number of times you use. You can create any number of workflows up to 14 days. So even if your first workflow goes wrong, it provide you still have the leverage to create multiple workflows, right? So it is one of very popular tools. So that
Sorry
is
to
what I'm going
sorry to interrupt you. I'd just like to refocus everyone here and highlight the fact that we are in the demo stage of this webinar and this will be a hands-on activity. So my request would be if you can access your laptop and access the NetAN tool that Shikhar is recommending, then you can also get a flavor of how to create your own AI agents. So yeah, and if you have any questions, you can raise your hand and ask in between. So the premise and the idea of this session is that you get a feel of how to create an agent AI by yourself.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So yeah, thanks Iksha for that. Yeah. So please go ahead if you want. It's going to be very easy. So you can actually create this agentic workflow with me. I have either you can search Anet in your browser, or you can just click on the link that I have shared in the chat. Both of them would work. So once you are on the browser, right? All you need to do is click on this link and And in order to access the 14-day free trial, you have to just log in with your email ID. You can use any email ID and just log in with that. Once you log in with your email ID, you will see a blank screen. So yeah. So you will see something like this, a blank screen. Let it load up. Yeah. And in the blank screen, I request you to choose the first option, that is add first step. You can also choose to build with AI, but then what I have seen is that when you build with AI, it's very simple actually. You just pass what a kind of workflow that you want to build. However, that because and it depends upon how clearly you draft your problem statement. It will create the workflow, but it will overcomplicate it. It will create very overwhelming workflow. That is what my observation is. So given we don't want to just use the chat the chat feature, we want to also learn how to create it from scratch. I'll request you to use this particular option, that is add first step. Once you do that, if you want, I can wait for a couple of minutes maybe for you to log in. Yeah. So the problem that we are facing, the problem that the workflow that we will be building is the automatic reply workflow for replying to the queries on your business account. So let's say you have a business email account and you get a lot of queries or a lot of mails over this business account, right? Then and you don't and you want to automate the replies, right? So there's already a feature in Gmail that you can automate the replies to, right? You don't have to use an agentic workflow for that, but there the replies would be same. So whatever the reply, whatever the text you give, thank you for your mail, it will go to each and every one, irrespective of people who are asking for query or who want your services, who want to collaborate with you, or who want to offer their own services. The same email will go to everyone. There is no customization. So the workflow that we will be building will automate not just the sending of emails, but also the customization of the emails based on the email. Based on the receiver's email, they will customize the reply of the email. Right. So the first thing that we want, I hope you have logged in and you are on the screen. So once you click on this add first step, the first thing that you want is a Gmail trigger. So on the search nodes, this is the tools that you are going to use. So the first thing we want is a Gmail trigger. So this is the trigger that comes up. In your case, it will ask you to authorize it. So in place right now, I have already authorized. So let's say you want to authorize your own credentials. You might have to, when you click on Gmail trigger, it will you have to sign in with your email account that you want to give access to for replying to the emails, right? So this is where you sign in with your business account. Once you sign in and connect your business account, then this is how you will get the Gmail auth API here. So it will come automatically. So all you have to do is just sign in with your account, right? So since I have already signed in, so I'm already getting this option. So just select this, right? Then
Shikhar, I'm not getting the Gmail trigger option. I was getting those two options like build the workflow and build from your assistant. But where exactly can I find the trigger panel?
so here you can click on the plus on the right hand side.
Okay.
And then on that, just search
From
Gmail.
there, it's showing new workflow, new credential, and new project.
New workflow, sorry.
It's not showing me any Gmail option.
You're not getting this? If you're
No.
typing. Have you logged into which? Okay, my bad. So Have you logged into this N10 Cloud one? This one.
Yes, the link that you had shared, I started my 14-day free trial, and I came to the screen where it's showing me build from AI assistant and build from um, what was that? Two options, but I'm not getting that.
Is anyone else also trying? Okay, let me share. Can you try this cloud one maybe?
Okay,
I might have shared the wrong link, so I'm just.
okay, okay.
Can you try this? So you are getting this right.
You, I mean, no, I have opened the cloud link, and
Sign in and then be on the editor option.
yes, again, I can click build from your assistant and build a workflow. And then I'm going to the plus sign, but that Gmail trigger option is not coming for me. So maybe you can continue and I can get in touch with you later.
Yeah, so you can also try to just create a new workflow and then if you, yeah, okay, fine. So you, if anyone else is trying, can they confirm? So if you click on the add first tab, here if you search for Gmail, you're getting this Gmail option.
I think most of the participants are watching for now.
That's fine. So as I said, once you get this right, it will ask you to for your credentials. So all you need to do is, I have already created me. You click on create new credentials and you just sign in with your business email account. Once you sign in with your business email accounts, you have to fill, you will get this, right? That means your N10 browser is now connected with your Gmail. Now, in the poll time is the time at which it is the rate at which you want to pull the emails for replying, right? So let's say you want to pull every minute, then in the poll time you just select item one, and in the mode you select every minute. Remember, more the frequency of pulling, more will be the your chat GPT usage will be there. More, that is, more will be the tokens you use. So if you are on a paid account, it will be more expensive to use. So use this efficiently. So you can also, if you click down, you can select every hour. You can also select every day, right, depending upon your need. So and then you can also define the number of emails that you want to pull at a time. So if every minute you can define, if you define 10 emails, then if even if there are 20 emails, it will pull only the top 10 emails, thereby preserving your tokens. Right. Similarly, if you select every hour, it will pull the top 10 or the latest 10 emails every hour. Right. So that is one option that you need to configure here. Once you configure that option, right, you can actually click on this event, this button, fetch test event, to see if this email that you have fetched, if you are able to fetch an email or not. So right now, I have connected my STS account, STS email account with this. So let me send a test mail on this account from my personal account. So and so let's say this is the email I've sent to my business account as a user, right? So I'll just wait for this email to come to my business account. So as you can see, this is a business request that has come in. Should come. Yep. So we get this request, right? This business request. So I have created this trigger, right? Every minute. Now I want to test if I'm able to pull, actually able to pull this email or not. So I'll just use this fetch test, and it says this workflow. Right now, this workflow contains only one trigger. It is workflow executed successfully. So now if I scroll on my right, I can see that it has the same email that I sent. I want to enroll in your DS Council. Can you please write me, right? And it will also log in to send this email. This came from my personal account, right, with the subject. So the trigger is working fine, right? The next thing I want is the AI agent. So I want to connect this trigger to the AI agent. So I'll use this plus sign here. And in the same, I'll get the same option. See, the options are also available by clicking on this plus sign. So both of them work. So here I will use the AI. So once I click on this, I'll get AI agent and I use the AI agent part, right? So I can see an AI agent would come up, right? Okay. So let me see if this, so that's fine. This is the AI agent. Now, again, I have to set some parameters inside this AI agent. So you can see that my Gmail trigger is connected with this agent. It's already connected. That's why I'm able to see my message here. So what I want is to basically use this email. I want my AI agent to use this email to frame the replies. So what I'll select is that I'll draft my reply below. So I'll use define below, right? And in the prompt, I'll use the prompt. I'll basically like to prompt any chat GPT or any large language model like Gemini, chat GPT. Similarly, I'll put my prompt here that will which will tell what we want this AI agent to do. So instead of typing it in the interest of time, let me use a prompt that I've already created. By the way, I've already created this workflow, but just uh, building it from scratch. So I'll use this prompt. Right? So I've copy pasted this prompt here. So I'm saying thanks the user based on the message they have sent. Right. This is a simple prompt I've written where I want to just thank the user based on the message they have sent. And for this, I want to also, because I want to personalize this message, I want to retrieve the username from the this mail. So this piece of code, don't get scared about this piece of code, because you don't have to write it. I'll tell you how you can actually just pull it from your left hand side. So let's say I delete this piece of code here. Okay. Now I'm saying retrieve my username from the. So all you need to do, you need to find your username from this from, right? Because your user name would be in the from part of your email. So you just put this, you just scroll this from here and just put it here. So you see that code part, right? It's already created. You don't have to create it from. You don't have to write it. This part is already comes in as a code. This is actually a JavaScript code, and use the same while framing the message. So I'm saying that first thanks the user and then retrieve its username and use that to personalize while framing my messages. Like this is what I'm written. Also, I'm saying that also include the best regard at the end of the email from my company, STS. Right? And then, so see what I'm saying. I'm saying that thank the user based on the message they have sent. So I have to tell what the message is. Again, for the message, right? Where the message is stored in the text part. If you see on the left hand side, message will be uh, it's JSON only. You can also see the result at the bottom. Right, message is defined because I have to pull the message. So let's check. Here I was getting message. For there, I'm not getting this message. So I'm getting some error also. Okay, I understood. Chat model. So first we need to actually add a model here. So yeah. So in order for AI agent to work, you have to add this chat model, right? So you just click on this, right? Again, you will get the text box. So you can use any chat model. So I am using OpenAI chat model because I have an OpenAI key, but you can use any other chat model like Gemini. It supports everything. Gemini is also there. So you can use anything. Right now, I'll be using the OpenAI chat model. So when you use the OpenAI chat model, you will again get this list of parameters, right? So the snippet is there now in JSON. Okay. So now, by the way, when you will be when you are using it for the first time, you will see that your credentials are not created. By default, N8N also provides you some 100 tokens, $100 or $100 worth of free tokens. So you don't have to actually buy them just to create some sample workflows. You can just enroll. When you see the credential part, you can at the top you will see a message to enroll in the free token. So you can enroll there. I am also using this free tokens only. So once you enroll in the free tokens, you will get this option of N8N free token OpenAI, right? Then from the list, once you select this, you can select the model. Now the model I am using is you can select any model. Right now I'm using GPT-4o Mini because this conserve tokens, right? And then in the add option part, you can add the options. Let's see what options are there and you can require to add them. So just check if we have any added any options. No, nothing is required to be added. So we can just, yeah. So all we need to do is provide the model name. That's it. So that will create our model here. And this model will be connected to the AI agent. So AI agent will use OpenAI chat model to generate the responses, right? So now if I go back again. Yeah. So the message is there in the snippet, right? You can see the message has come now. Hi, I want to enroll in your this. So here you can see the message right now is undefined because this dot text is not coming up. So what you can do, you can go to the snippet and you can pull it here. Like the way you pull the header, you can just put it here. Right. So see now, hi, I want to enroll. In the output, you can see that your message has come, right? So based on this message, see what the prompt you have given. You're saying thanks the user thank the user. I think this is wrong. Correct my grammar. Oh, I have to correct it here. So I'm just saying thank the user based on the message they have sent and then retrieve the username from this JSON.from. This I just pulled it from here, right? From the left hand side. You can see the final result, how they look. Let me just enlarge it. Here you can see it comfortably, right? So this is the prompt that I have written. Thank the user based on the message that they have seen. Now, in order to personalize your mail, you are saying retrieve the name from this. I remember I told you don't have to write this. You can just drag and drop from left hand side and use the same while framing the message. Also, include the best regard at the end of the email, right? So this is also what I have seen. And then you are saying thank the user based on the message. So message also you have to provide in the prompt, right? Again, the message you can just pull from the left hand side. And this is how your actual prompt will look right for this example. This is showing you the example of, output, right? So you have configured your agent also now. So once you've configured your agent, you can just check by clicking the execute step, right? And it will say workflow executed successfully, right? Now, one thing that we'll see that the workflow is executed. So let me show you. So it has framed the response. See, output is thank you for expressing your interest in your data science course. I'm here to guide you through the enrollment. Please let me know any specific question. Right now we have given a very simple prompt. It has see, it is using my name Shikhar. It has personalized it. It is using the right subject, and it is giving you the related response based on your input. Right, given we have used very simple prompts, the response is also very simple, but you got the idea, right? So depending upon how well your prompt is, you can also write more sophisticated responses. So now the response has been formed, but it has not gone via email, right? So now you can see the how this is not just a chat gpt, it is an agentic workflow, because here is where you are reading the email from. So this is an AI agent reading the email. Here you are using a chat gpt or generative AI to frame the reply, right? You are already coordinating two things. Now you have to do the third thing, which is send this reply. So for that, you have to click here. You have to use one tool that can send the reply. So once you click here, again you will go here, and then you have to again select Gmail 2. Now not select we won't select the Gmail. This Gmail was a trigger that we have. Now we'll select the Gmail tool option. So once you select the Gmail tool option, you will again have to fill this config, right? All you need to do is fill the right configs, give the right parameters, and give the right prompt, and your workflow will be ready. No coding is required. So again, credentials, because I've already signed in with my email ID, I can see my credentials here. Otherwise, you have to create your own, right? And then you don't have to create anything. You can just write tool description. It will set automatically. So based on the your large language model, it will automatically get the tool description. And then what we want to reply, right? This is what we want. So we'll select the operator as reply, right? And then message ID. So who we want to reply is, we'll select it from the left hand side. We want to reply to this message, right? Every message has a ID, is thread ID. So we just put the thread ID here. Again, we don't have to, as I said, we don't have to write anything. We can just pull and pull, push here, and it will do everything on its own, right? And then in the messages part, right, where it asks you what reply you want to say. So we'll here, if we manually type the message, then it will give you the same reply. But we don't want to give the same reply to everyone, right? We want to customize the reply. So this is where we'll go on the right hand side and let the model define this parameter. We'll use this. Right? Once I click on this, parameter message. Huh. So also, in order to use the model, you have to use email type as text, right? It will not work on HTML. Yeah, that's why it was giving an error. Now, if you use let the model define this parameter, you will see defined automatically by the model. Why you are able to do this? Because you have connected your, okay, why you are able to see, because this is your architecture and you have connected your AI agent with an LLM model, right? Since you have connected your AI agent with an LLM model, so you can select the defined automatically by model option in order to send these replies, right? And then let's see if there's an option. And then you can also use the sender name. So this sender name, as I said, right, we want to personalize this reply so when you are saying hi, we can use the sender name, or inside the text you want to use the sender name. So it can, uh, how does it find the sender name? So we'll again use our chat GPT model, right? Let the chat GPT model only find the sender name from uh, this email, right? From all the email. That's it. That's it. We can just close it. This AI agent is complete. Just give us, let's see. And then all we need to do is execute this workflow. So once we execute this workflow, it will say workflow executed successfully. Let's see if it was able to trigger the message. So I'll go back to my email ID, right? And I'll just refresh it, and I think I already it's there. Okay. So in this, if you just click on this, So you can see this is this is the user. This is the mail that I sent as a user, and this is the mail that is going from my business account using my end workflow. So it has successfully able to derive or personalize this email with my email ID, so with my name, and then it is also responding depending. It is not throwing a random fixed response, but it is responding with respect to the input context that is coming from this email, right? So thank you for your interest in data science courses. I would be happy to guide you through the enrollment process. Please let me know if you have any specific questions. And then, as we have instructed in the prompt, it is also sending out the email with the name of my company, which is STS. So this is how this is an end-to-end workflow that you can design. Now I don't have to. So this workflow is hosted on N8N cloud. So I don't have to host this workflow in my local machine also. It will keep on triggering every 1 minute because that's what we used as soon as we get the new mail. Right. So I'll stop my demo here and I'll just come back for any questions if you have on this architecture. Anyone, any questions here?
मेरा एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन ये है कि हम हर चीज को ह्यूमनाइज कर सकते हैं, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है हर आदमी को सेम ही मेल जाएगा, मतलब हम उसको चेंज कर सकते हैं मेल को हर बार?
हाँ, अपना सेम हर आदमी को सेम ईमेल नहीं जा रहा है ना, हमने पर्सनलाइज कर दिए ईमेल. सो डिपेंडिंग बिकॉज माय रिक्वेस्ट वाज रिलेटेड टू डेटा साइंस कोर्सेज, it is replying with respect to that email, right? So for example, if I send another email asking, let me just give you an example. You're talking about personalization, right? If I understood correctly. So depending upon the content, reply should depend upon the content of the email,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So let's say right now, in last email, we were asking about the data science services. Let me ask. So I'm asking to set up one-to-one meeting, right? So this is a completely different context.
Yes.
Where I'm asking to set up a meeting, right? If I send this, so let this go. Example. So now I've got this email. Hi, will you be available? Now, if I trigger my workflow here, if I do execute workflow, you will see that it will trigger the reply for this.
It will, it can be automatic, right?
And this is automatic. Actually, we have to wait for 1 minute. So I don't want to wait for 1 minute. That's why I manually triggered it. So it will be automatic because you remember in this, when you were setting this agent, or no, this Gmail trigger, right? So you have already
I sent you from my email address. Let's see if it works automatically.
Then you have to wait. So I think item one at poll time. So this I have done every day. Let me do it every minute. Now it will work. Actually, I have 2 triggers running.
Shall I send it again?
No, that's fine. You can just send it once. It will work. Okay. So yeah, so I'm might not work. Can you send it again? Because I've opened one more filter I have sent is only to use the unread mails, but let's see. So see now, because I changed the context, right? So it is saying, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate the interest in discussing it. I'm looking forward to our one-on-one. So it is able to answer depending upon the context of the email, right? Now let's see.
Hi, Shikhar. I will just interrupt you for a minute
Yeah,
because we
sure.
need to complete our session timings. So
Yeah.
we can continue with the questions if people are open to stay back. But in the interest of other people who have joined, I'd just like to summarize what we have discussed so far. So, guys, first of all, I hope it was not very technical, or was it too technical for you? Uh, I guess it was the very first time we were discussing AI agents in a very different mindset and in some form of coding and how the technicalities and background work. So what we'll be doing is we'll be sharing a feedback form after the session, and Shikhar is also running his own courses into AI, agentic AI, where we will deep dive and understand the small nuances. So the idea of this webinar was just to give a glimpse of how things happen in the background. But if you want to deep dive into it, you can learn these courses. So we'll be sharing those interest form as well. And we would like to understand it more, get into deep dive, then you can definitely sign up for those courses. And for now, this is like we are in the last of our webinar. So if you have any further questions, you can stay back and get your queries clear. But I guess Shikhar, this was it. Like we were almost.
This was it. This was the demo part, and we'll also share. We can also share our LinkedIn and Instagram pages over your email. So if you are interested and want to participate further in upcoming webinars, so please join on Instagram pages and LinkedIn. So we'll get the information there for upcoming webinars. So this is like one business use case that we have covered, but going forward, we are also planning to cover much more elaborate business use cases.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. I think it was very insightful and knowledgeable. And for me also, I had to like put in a lot of efforts to understand what's going on. So I'm sure it's an interesting world of AI and getting into the nitty-gritties of how things work in the back end. And yes, so this is the end of our segment. Thank you for joining. And those who have questions and queries can stay back. If you have any feedback to share, we would love to know because we'll be coming up with more such webinars in future. And those who were there for the last time also, we were also doing a podcast called as Beyond Hustle with different business people from business ecosystems. So things are going to get very excited in the coming segments. And without overwhelming you guys, I just call it a day. And thank you all on behalf of Shikhar and I. And yeah, so if you want to stay back, please stay back and have your queries clarified. I'm sorry for interrupting, but yeah, you can continue, Shikhar. Thank you.
Guys, if you have no queries, you can drop off. Else, if someone has any query, they
मेल
can stay
वापस आया
back. Sorry.
रिप्लाई वाला मेल नहीं आया वो
आपका देखो दूसरे मेल का रिप्लाई आ गया.
नहीं यार I don't see it.
It will come because मेरे आ गया.
Can you show in